A shooting in Chicago O'Hara's airport? Spring break travelers? College students? Inconsiderate families? Is it safe to travel? All this next on Cabin Pressure with Shawn and G.
Prepare for takeoff.
Hey everyone, welcome. This is Cabin Pressure.
What's up, people? I gotta try to do something different every time we start a show. Like, I'm here. Let's go.
Weather's changing, man. Weather's changing.
The weather's changing. You know what? I'm like yesterday. We were outside doing some photo stuff, and the weather's so awesome, man. You sit in the sun right now. It's just like
It's amazing how you start feeling, right? I mean,
it's just
changes.
like you're refreshed. Like the vitamin D is just soaking into your skin, and it's amazing.
No clouds in the sky.
No clouds. It hasn't been. We haven't had clouds for a few days now, which is a great streak here in Ohio.
Yeah, a big streak.
Right. I'm like, oh man, you got to.
What's that big shiny thing up in the sky?
Well, now I'm starting to look at golf courses like really hard. I'm getting the itch.
That time,
The itch is happening.
Well, it's because you live on one too.
Right.
Look out your back door.
Yeah, you look out the back door and boom, I'm salivating, ready to go. I know my wife's the same way. So the itch is happening like right now. It's that time of year.
She's more than you, probably.
What's that? As far as like, yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, she's a
better golfer.
She's a better golfer than me, and she plays way more than me, amazingly enough, and she works. But that's
Shawn hits houses though.
No, not so much anymore. My game's gotten tighter now. But I used to nail the shit out of some houses.
You had to go up
I've
and
hit cars, I've hit houses, whatever. Whatever. It's all good.
At least they know you here.
Right. There's a lot of people I wouldn't have ever known if it wasn't for a golf ball.
So what the hell's been going on this week?
This week, still trying to wrap up my basement stuff and get that all wrapped up. I'm hoping to finalize everything by next week. That'd be so good to get back in my office and be done with that. And then we've been working on, I had a friend, a professor actually visited me yesterday, and we're working on an art project she's working on people born in 1965. We're doing this like generational thing, and there's nothing significant to 1965. It's just that we're just like looking at, we're 65ers are all turning 60 this year, so we're kind of like just like looking at this whole thing. Got this whole plan with this. We've been talking for about a year and a half, 2 years on this project, but it's pretty cool.
So what are you doing? You just taking a picture? I mean, all you guys together or what?
There's like stages of this. Like she's doing a whole portrait series because we're photographers. So we're, doing this photography thing, but she's also doing this really other cool thing where we're going to get people to volunteer to give an archive of like pictures of them from time they were born to today. And then what we're going to take at all those pictures, and she's going to make that into a giant collage. If you can imagine this, like in a huge, museum, whatever, collage on the wall that runs this wall up all these generational photos of all these people that have volunteered. And it's interesting in two aspects. One, it's just cool to see all these pictures, but it's also going to be that kind of archive of the history of photography and the processes that happen. So people that are heavily into photography and stuff, you're going to see these different styles of processes that from a Polaroid to, digital.
So is it different pictures of you?
Yeah. So okay. It's different. It's pictures. So we're getting people to volunteer pictures of themselves from the time they were born. Try to get like a yearly picture of them, as many years as possible of them.
Oh, I so want to see the one that you look like Lionel Richie.
Oh, dude, you've already seen it.
You got that stash going on, man. I mean, God, I want to see that.
Oh, we got it. And the grade school pictures are you've never seen the picture of me with the shirt with the orange deers on it. School picture. Dude. Anyways, it's a fabulous idea. We're like doing this whole thing on this art show. But
That's gonna be fun to see it, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward, and I hope everything comes to like artists and their projects. Sometimes like they get going and they never finish them, right?
Yeah.
But we've got actually a group of people working on this, so hopefully it's going to end up. And we're the target end date is actually next year, but we'll see.
That's cool.
Yeah. But then, so what did you up to, bud?
3 words, man.
3 words.
3 words.
What's that?
Spring break travel.
Oh, suck.
A big bucket
Can you
of suck.
say the big suck?
You know what's amazing though? Truly amazing with about travel. Really, with all these instances that we talk about, right on the plane, it's a
Right.
small percentage of people.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
Well,
I mean,
it's
it's
with
a small
everything. It's
percent.
the incidents and everything that we see on the news about all airline stuff. Doesn't matter incidents.
We're going to talk about that today,
right?
too.
Right. It's just that it's such a small percentage of those people, and right now we have the ebb and flow of our customers, right? Where right now it's all these, non-travelers. It's the the business travelers are always there, right?
Right.
But right now we got the seasonal vacation travelers.
College kids,
Yeah.
families.
Yeah. Idiots that don't know what to do.
You get some of these college kids, and don't get me wrong. I know they're going to have fun, but man, I'm looking at them. I'm like, I just do not understand how you even are getting through school right now.
I was thinking about this too. It's like that our tolerance, like, remember like when we were in our 20s, like spring break, this time of season, like us dealing with this, we have a different perspective on it. Like when we were in our 20s, we were like, we got that whole thing and we were like, hey, we're going to be on a layover. We want to be included type of thing. Right. And now we're older. We're like, you stupid assholes.
That's like,
what are
daily.
you doing here?
That's daily though. I mean, that is daily.
Right.
Daily. You're looking at them. You're just shaking your head.
Right.
Right. Like have you ever got on a flight and you looked at this person and they just react and one of these young kids, you just want to reach over there and just shake them.
Yeah.
It happened a lot this week.
Yep. This is the season.
Then these families, they come on board and we talk about this all the time. You got to pick up after your kids, folks. You got to pick up after your kids. I mean, you come on board and you just totally trash the plane.
When we say trash a plane, we're talking about like crumbs everywhere, food all over the ground, there's trash everywhere. Like they never saw anybody walking by saying trash. Like they just destroy it.
If you, I know you don't have any children, right? But if you did,
right,
and you was in a restaurant and those kids dump something on the floor,
right,
you're gonna pick it up.
Yeah, everybody's gonna pick it up. It's gonna be a reaction. Like
they
on the
just
plane.
Nope.
They can do everything. They can piss, shit, throw up, whatever.
Yep.
Like they don't care, and like most people will react it for the benefit of the doubt. Like 99% of the people will be like, help me, I need help, I need to clean this up, whatever. I'm sorry, whatever. But then we have those families, right?
Families, you got
don't give a shit.
Then you got that cheap ass travel going down to the cruise lines too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got those on that group on there, and that's unbelievable. I mean, that is unbelievable.
Clientele in different markets, like it doesn't matter. Like, flight attendants, we know the routes. So like we know the routes and we know the clientele on those routes. Like, what are we going to expect? So, if you're going from Newark down to Fort Myers, we know what we're going to get. We're getting all these like wheelchair city, right?
Right. Yeah.
We know the markets. Each type of flight dictates the historical who's traveling on those routes. But this spring break right now, you get these families that are just like, boom, it's like nuclear disaster is coming.
And 98% of the people that are actually traveling are looking at these people as they're boarding too, and they're thinking to themselves, "Please, Lord, don't let them sit next to me." You know that too. I mean, we're talking, and I said this is a small percentage of people, but it's such a small percentage. And you see them on social media, they blow it completely out because it is a small percentage, but it's a small percentage that affects a lot.
Right.
It does. I mean, because it'd be a big pain in the ass. But
one of my peeves is like I'm sitting on the plane. I'm a passenger, and you see those like little kids coming down, and you're like, please don't have that little shit behind me kicking my seat.
Oh, there was a grandmother. She was boarding with the little girl, and they're really cute. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
The flight attendant up front tried to help the little girl because it was a step up. Grandma, don't touch her.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let her face plant. That's fine. Sure. I mean, what is that? I mean, it's amazing, people. This just happened. I mean, I was just, my face, my eyes were open, mouth was open. I'm like, she was trying to help this little girl not fall, and you just want her to, well, don't touch her.
That's weird, like weird reaction, because we're like the service people on the plane, right? We're there to help you. We're there to assist you. We're there to explain things that you don't understand, keep everybody in order, all that stuff. But yeah, that's kind of a weird reaction.
Welcome on board. Don't touch her.
Yeah. When somebody, that type of reaction, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Are we looking at human trafficking right now or something? That's kind of like those senses start going off when weird reactions like that happen, right?
Yeah.
So
the beginning of this month, I've been doing 2-day, 3-day trips. I know you're going to say something about it again, but yeah, I've been doing two and 3-day trips.
Junior puke.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what you think. Yeah. But anyway, I've been going to some of these destinations for spring break, Cancun, but I went to Dallas the other day.
Dallas?
Laid over in Dallas, Fort Worth.
What city?
I laid over in Dallas, Fort Worth. Shawn.
It's like there's two cities there. There's Dallas and there's Fort Worth, and there's an airport right in the middle of it. Splat.
See, we go through this shit all the time, right? We do this all the time, right? Which one is it? This is him. He just can't say, oh, it's Dallas, Fort Worth, right? He's like, well, which city is it?
Well, you know why? Because, man, there's different things to do in each one. There's Fort Worth is my jam. I love going there. I got some places to eat there that I like. Dude, I got to go there. You're with me? You're going to be going there. We're going to be eating shrimp, Hawaiian shrimp, like nobody business.
All right, yeah. Well, it's Dallas, Fort Worth at the airport.
Oh, airport. Yeah. Okay.
Airport. Now, is that okay?
Yeah.
When I was going there, it reminded me of a story a long time ago. We were coming in, and every time I come into Dallas, I don't know, it goes back to this little story. We were coming in late at night, and we're leaving the airport. You know how you have to leave the airport, you kind of walk down, then you take a right, come out. Well, as we're coming out, there's this guy with a big bundle of flowers sitting out there, and I was looking at him, I was joking around with the crew, and I told him, I said, look, if it's this late at night, and a dude's out there with a big bundle of flowers, and he's still standing there, he got stood up.
Yeah, something's not right.
Right? He got stood up. I'm like, if he's out there, because he's got flowers, she'd be anxious to see him. His ass is going, he stood up. So The closest I got, you would not believe this.
What's that?
I knew him.
You knew the dude with the flowers?
So do you. But
I know him too?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
You do. But I walked up to him. I was like, damn, what are you doing here? And he's like, well, he goes, I met this girl. He goes, and she's supposed to come pick me up. And I was like, well, have you talked to her? And he's like, no. He goes, she's supposed to pick me up at this time. And I was like, dude, that's 2 hours ago. And he goes, yeah. He goes, she's running a little late. I said, dude, she ain't coming.
Dude,
she is not coming.
This is like we can do like stories on flight attendants that do online dating for other cities. This dude flew to this city.
Yeah.
And he's trying to, connect with this gal, and boom. And he's like,
but Shawn, he's not getting out now because it's so late at night.
Right, exactly.
Right? So you're sitting there thinking that you're gonna go hook up with this girl, spend the time, with her and stay with her. Now you need a hotel room too.
Yeah.
But anyway,
this also smells like a scam. Right?
I felt so.
Are you really, sucker?
I felt.
You got to tell me who this is later.
I will. Right. But so anyway, I just told him. I said, look, when you realize she ain't coming, back then. This is, I'll tell you a little while ago. We were at the La Quinta.
La Quinta. We haven't stayed in La Quinta.
Do you remember what was across from the La Quinta over there?
What, Denny's?
Hooters.
Oh,
Remember that one?
That's right.
The old Hooters?
Hooters, right.
Yeah, so I told him, I said, when you realize that she ain't coming, I said, look, just call me. I'll tell them that I'm going to leave a key for you. You can stay with me. There's usually double beds over there,
Right.
And you can come over and
crash.
Crash, and then just come over to the Hooters and have a beer.
Right.
So I no sooner got to the hotel, he calls me up. He's like, gee, he goes, I'm on my way. I I was like, well, get rid of the flowers because that shit ain't for me.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh my God, Dallas! It just killed me. Remind me, but anyway, went down to Cancun too. Do you know what they do now with the international with us when we're down there?
In Cancun, like going through customs and stuff.
You know when we have sit time because we got a lot of sit time down there.
Oh, wait.
Have you done that yet?
No, I've been seeing some of the communications. Like they like bumped it up to like 3 hours down there, right?
I had 3 hours of airport appreciation time
In Cancun.
Yep.
That's bullshit.
It is, but instead of going through customs now, they let us sit in that moldy hallway.
Oh no!
You know that hallway that smells like mold.
They haven't they need to renovate that thing.
Got gnats in it and stuff like that. But we don't want to go through customs.
You don't want to go through customs, right?
Right. So you sit there on that little windowsill for 3 hours.
Oh, dude.
The life of a flight attendant.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
That's just bullshit. Well, you know what? Here it is. Company to company, contract to contract. You know, some companies you don't have those. You have rules. Say, hey, you know, you sit us here for so long, you're gonna pay us, type of thing. But when you don't have rules like that, like we don't, then we're sitting in moldy hallways.
You gotta love it though when you're telling a story to somebody. You're like, hey, where'd you go? You're like, oh man, I was down in Cancun. Oh my gosh, blue water, sky. No, I sat my ass on a ledge.
Right.
I waited for a plane to come in.
The other thing is like because our contract sucks, you know, we have these like 17, 18-hour layovers and they never put us on the beach.
Nope.
That's BS.
Man, so I got sat on a ledge.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then went to Sacramento.
Sacramento?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the weather.
Sacramento.
Well, I'm sitting there thinking this is going to be great, right? Get to California, go out there, and the weather was better than Cleveland.
That's easy.
It was better in Cleveland. No, it was better in Cleveland.
In Cleveland. Oh, really?
Yeah. I left. It was beautiful here. I went to Sacramento, raining.
Yeah, that is a rarity.
Yeah, that really sucks. So I don't care. You get on a plane, you're sitting there going to California. You're like, oh, sunny California. Not today.
Not today. I caught that. Like, what's the percentage in California? Like bad days has got to be like. I mean, we only get like 100.
Well, I don't know.
60 days a year or something like that.
I know that. I mean, what percentage of bad day? My day.
Like 20% of the bad.
Mine.
Well, you know. That's it, man. That's our business, man.
So that was it, man. Other than I changed the oil on the cars too. That was a lot of fun.
Oil on the cars.
That's my day off.
Okay, first of all, quit doing that shit. You're getting too old.
No, I'm still doing
it. Yeah, my ass will be a Jiffy Lube and in and out, and you'll be still sweating underneath the car.
Probably true. That is true. That is true. You know, we were talking about this the last podcast, and there's a lot of things going on in the industry right now, right? I mean, you know, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, you see it in the news.
Right.
45,000 flights a day, though, people. 45,000 flights a day. Think about that for a minute. Okay, so you're going to have something that's going to happen, and I get it, and it's on a bigger scale. I'm on those planes every single day. I'm not afraid to get on an airplane. I'm not. I mean, I'm just telling you, I'm not. And we have 45,000 a day, and you're seeing 1 or 2 incidents. Okay, an engine catches fire.
1 or 2 incidents that might happen, like, you know, in the week or whatever. Like, it's, you know, start times in that. Like, you know, there's days go by that nothing happens.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But a fire on with an engine. Okay,
yeah, that's
okay. How many times have you on the freeway you've seen a car catch fire in front of an airport?
Not often, but super rare.
Yeah, but you'll see them.
Right.
Yep. You'll see a car fire.
Oh yeah, in our lifetime, we've seen a few car fires.
Exactly.
Right?
There was one out in front of the airport. I think it was down in Fort Lauderdale not recently.
Oh yeah,
yeah. There's a car that caught fire, but you'll see a blurb on that. I mean, you know,
sure.
but it's an engine, and that's the thing. Okay, so you have an airplane, and something happens, and then next thing you know, the media just blows this shit out of proportion. And don't get me wrong, it's something that does happen, but you're making it sound like it's this huge thing. Like there's this big thing going on in the industry that where are they having all these problems?
Yeah, like it's every time, you know, everybody's gonna experience this. You know, the rate of things happening now is just astronomical. It's not that it's astronomical. It's just that it's being reported so often. Like news is just like anything and everything is on the internet. I mean, from, airline.
Everybody's got a phone.
Yeah, everybody's got a phone. There's cameras everywhere, and there's always a video now for everything that's happening, which is, there's a good and bad to all that stuff. It's good to see, so you have recorded facts, right?
Right.
Of what really happened. And then you also have, the bad part is that, you got these people that are doing it all at the wrong time.
More important, Shawn, who gets their ass off the plane?
Who gets their ass off the plane?
Yeah.
The passengers, right?
But who gets them off the plane?
We do, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're the people getting them off.
You want to know why we're there? When you see these few things happen, when they do happen, you see a bunch of people coming off the airplane, don't you?
Yep.
And you see them sliding down slides, going out windows, coming off the planes, evacuating, getting away from the airplane. That's the reason why we're there, folks. We're there. Believe it or not. I mean, we're there for service, but the main thing is when that does happen, when it occurs, we're there to get your ass off that plane.
Right. We're trying to assist you in every way possible to keep you as safe as possible in all situations. It doesn't matter. Once the evacuation happens, all that stuff, I saw only there's one that incident that happened up with the plane, flipping over and all that stuff. I did see a video where flight attendants trying to get people away from, so you don't see a lot of those videos. Every now and then you get to see that part of the whole thing. But our job doesn't just stop after everybody just gets off the plane. We're still triaging and trying to figure out who's hurt, who's there. Is everybody there? Doing head counts, all that stuff, trying to get assistance from wherever we can. It's a
best part of those videos, though, Shawn. Best part of those videos is you get to see how stupid passengers are when they take their bags off. It just shows the importance of life, right?
Right.
I mean, the plane's burning. You're having all these things, but you got to take your bag off now. That makes no sense at all. If your life was so important that later on that you have something against the airline, right, for this, the most important thing to you was to get that damn suitcase off, not your life, not fearing for your life.
There's nothing that you bring on a plane that's so important because technology today, everything's backed up to a cloud. 99% of everybody that's doing some type of business, whether it's they got their business computer or whatever, it's all backed up and everything. You're not going to lose stuff. It's so rare that you're going to lose that, something that's so important that you got to be risking your life for those few seconds or risking somebody else's life. What people don't understand about these things is that when they're doing these actions of grabbing their bags and holding these things, split seconds matter.
Well, your ass will be in the clouds, Shawn. You'll be a spirit. You ain't got to worry about no damn cloud. Right. Your ass don't get off the plane. Right. You will definitely be in the clouds, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have to be freaking. People are only thinking about themselves. And they don't realize that, especially in a fire, man. There's some historical fires that have happened in the industry where just because after this is after the action report of what happened and stuff in TSB putting out, but whatever, somebody had slowed down because they had slowed down the exit at a certain point, it blocked the exit for all the people behind them. And if they would have had that split second, so many more lives would have been saved. But it was some asshole grabbing a bag.
They really don't understand is how fire runs inside of an aircraft, right, Shawn? Right. If they ever seen that, trust me, that bag, your ass would be off that plane.
Just get off the plane.
Get off the plane. Let me tell you something. As soon as that flame gets inside that cabin, you do not want to be anywhere near that.
No, the other thing about this thing, too, this is just a point from our perspective as being flight attendants. I don't know why we haven't been designated as first responders. We are a frontline first responder in a safety industry.
Right.
I mean, the flight attendants, millions, if not hundreds of thousands of flight attendants all over the world react. We are the first responders. We have a medical emergency on a plane. We have incident on a plane. We have, incident off the plane. Flight attendants are first responders. And they should be classified as first responders. This is just my opinion about it. I know that AFA is advocating for trying to get that pushed through Congress to show that we are recognized as first responders because it doesn't take a smart person to understand that. We are the first line of response.
Well, they only understand that was when your ass is getting them off the plane.
Right.
And see, that's exactly what I'm saying. When you see these incidents, there's people getting off, and that's us.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you think of us on the plane, what we're doing on the plane. When those things happen, trust me, we're the ones that are getting you guys off. But, you know, other thing I want to talk about is what really things that happen more on an airplane is when you get these ding dongs that like these 1%ers, right? This less than 1%, but these dumb people like this dummy that was vaping on that flight. Do you see him that diverted? Are you kidding me? First class passenger.
We talked about this.
First class
Did we talk about this last week, right?
I don't know if we did.
Yeah, we talked about this. Yeah, him vaping and diverting and all that stuff. Like it's these people are like, to follow up on this whole thing is that like this kid posted more videos on TikTok, like, you know, saying, you know, baby, F the airline and, you know, I'm vaping, you know, but all they're going to do is use this in court.
You got to love that though. They're so stupid that they keep posting these videos about what they did. Right. And so the next thing you know, they're in court sitting there and they're like, so you going to do it again? Oh no. Well, you just said it in a video, you dummy.
Yeah, let's play this. Let's see this is how you respond when you're not in front of everybody trying to lie.
How about that dumb TikTok trend? Did you see that one?
Oh my gosh. This is the stupidest trend out there on TikTok. But you know what? I'd love to see how many people don't make this. And what we're talking about, TikTok has this thing where these vacation travelers right now, spring breakers, right, are trying to show up to an airport and get onto the plane 15 minutes before departure.
That's the dumbest damn thing, Sean. I mean, seriously, that is the stupidest thing. You pay all this money. And
so here's the thing. Here's the thing. People, these TikTokers don't get it because they don't do their homework and research. One, most airlines can leave 10 minutes early.
And we do. And we do, man.
So let's start just from that aspect. They're going to show up 15 minutes. So they've given themselves 5 minutes to step out of their car, get through security, down to wherever the jetway is, the gate they're at. And depending on the airport, it could be, I mean, I know some airports, there's no way.
We're airborne.
Yeah. That plane is gone.
You
haven't shown up. And literally, if you're not checked in at the front counter or they have any way to make them aware that you're in the airport, they're not holding the plane for you. And they're not going to, even if they know that, they're not necessarily going to hold the plane.
And they've called your name a few times, so you think it's funny. You'll be on that dumb video that you got too, right?
Hey,
that they're calling your name.
Yeah, but if that video is so important to you for TikTok, do it, man.
Some of these stupid trends that they do, I mean, it's unbelievable.
Well, I mean, how many times have you seen something on TikTok that is like, they do this trend and it's so not safe? And like that cinnamon trim. Do you remember that? These kids were like,
oh yeah.
They take a tablespoon of cinnamon and then they try to swallow and eat it. Kids were like killing themselves over a stupid egg. I mean, there's certain ones that are like, like the ice bucket thing was cool. Ice bucket, like, yeah, you can get hypothermia. There's all kinds of stuff, and people were doing it in all different types of temperatures and stuff. But it was a split-second thing, and people weren't getting hurt from it. But there's so many things, so many trends out there that you got to, just think about it. Take a second to think, is this really important?
Okay, I like this next one, though. First-class passenger, Vegas, called 911.
Called 911 for what?
They said he was so stoned that he was calling them to make the airline depart.
I would love to have just like a series of stupid 911 calls. Honestly, I wish I don't know if that agency could like release over a certain time, like historical stupid calls, because I mean, it would be so entertainment to listen to some of these stupid things.
Do you think he's going?
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. If say you were on our flight, if he was calling 911 and, talking all this stuff, right. And we don't know. And, we were walking by doing our job and everything, and he hangs up the phone. We don't know. Right. Right. But I mean, could 911 stop the flight from going? Yeah, they could, and be like, we need to get this guy off or whatever. And are you aware
it made sense though, because Vegas, man, it just, from the time you walk in that airport, all around just weed. That's all you smell. Horrible, man.
I just can't stand that smell.
It's
We
just
talked
a big
about that
old,
last week too.
big
I
old
just can't.
skunk smell. Can't stand it.
The skunky smell. You
Nasty.
know, you're talking about this. Here's the crazy thing. So like we went last weekend to Indiana back for our last visit for about a month here. We're going to kind of like take a break here because we've got things settled down and stuff. But we had this hotel we stay in, always stay in there, and they're always super kind to us, upgrade our room and all this stuff. So we walk into this room that we pretty much always stay in. They know us by name when we walk in the door. And I open the door. The whole room was just reeking of marijuana.
I can't stand that.
And we had just stayed in this room like 4 days prior. So between that, some yahoos had a little party in this room, and it was just reeking. But amazing enough, I didn't realize this, that the hotels have this thing called a hurricane. And they come in the room and they just freaking bomb the crap out of this room and spray all this stuff that encapsulates the smell. And boom, it was gone, man. I was like, I couldn't believe it. But I mean, it was everywhere. I mean, in the freaking, you open up the closet in the room and you just like, it was like whoosh in your face, you know, like it was so, people just don't realize how it just like permeates and sticks.
Everywhere we go anymore. I mean, some of these cities, man, it just smells.
Yeah.
It just
I can't
smells.
stand it, but that's we'll be dealing with that for a while.
All right, check this out. This was actually, I didn't hear about this and I started reading about it. It was called Steal While You Sleep.
Steal while you sleep.
I thought it was interesting. I was like, I gotta read this. You know what it is?
What's that?
So these crooks, what they do is on these high dollar flights where they know that people travel with a lot of money.
Like routes, like that
Yeah,
have
certain routes.
Yeah, okay.
All right, like Hong Kong and Dubai,
Oh, okay.
China, anywhere,
Right.
you know. So what they do is this whole organization, and I'd never even heard of this, is that what they do is they target passengers that have a lot of jewelry on board the flight.
Right. They can try to steal their shit.
Yeah, on the plane, but it's crazy how deep it goes. So it starts at the very beginning when this passenger or this person buys this high-end jewelry from these jewelry stores.
Mm-hmm.
One of their people is working in them.
Oh, okay.
So they talk to them, they find out that they're traveling, and they give them a little information. Okay, so they're writing that information down. So then what they do is they give it to an airline personnel that actually works for this group of criminals too. So then that airline person, he writes or she writes all their information down. They determine whether this is enough money for them to send a crew on. So they have a crew of people that come on. Now there's usually, they said, a person in every cabin.
It's crazy, man. It's just a whole syndicate of people that are like trying to do this whole scam. Like it
Gets even better, Shawn.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets better. So this person, they get up and they know that this bag is in the overhead bin. So the one of them will get up and they go in the overhead bin and they retrieve that bag. Now, if they can get the stuff out, they'll just leave the bag there. If they can't and they feel like they're being seen, they'll move the bag to another bin. They'll take the stuff out. Now, it's kind of tricky from there. So they take the stuff out and they'll put this bag either back or they put it in another place. Well, they walk this and they give it to the other person. So then they go back and they sit down, and then this other person has the stuff, and then they go give it to the other person. So if somebody actually comes on board and they see that these jewels and all this stuff is missing, they start looking through people, right? And they seen a person with a bag, and so they identify that person. Well, then he or she doesn't have it. So then they look to everybody else. Well, it's that game of cat and mouse. So this third person, what they do is they hide it on the airplane somewhere because they have ground staff working at the airports that come in and take this so they don't get popped in customs.
Yeah.
Now it's been such a big thing, though. It's been such a big thing. When the aircraft gets met, this whole group of security people from Hong Kong come on board the plane.
Right.
And then what they do is they stop everybody. They go through all their stuff when they know it's gone. But they said 9 times out of 10, it's not gone. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, here's the thing. If I'm a courier of jewelry and stuff, and I ran into a couple people here in the States that do that type of stuff. They go back and forth to like Central America, Mexico, whatever, and they're buying massive quantities of jewelry back and forth, taking it back. You know, I don't know if I'm just traveling alone with an unlocked suitcase. You know, it's going to have to be locked, and you need somebody else with a pair of eyes. You shouldn't be doing it by yourself, right? It's kind of like
I truly don't think that they're thinking about it.
Right.
They probably are thinking nobody knows that they have it on them, and you know they just put it in the bag right over their seat.
Yeah, but these scams and stuff can only go on so long before they start. You know, the industry starts getting figuring out how to prevent this. You know, because I'm thinking like if this person never goes to sleep. And they've sent these 3 people, like, and this guy's watching, they're watching their bag the whole time. Or what if they like get these 3 people on and the person puts the bag under their seat in front of them?
That's
you
good.
know, like I'm saying, like, how are they? They're getting lucky in certain ways where the person goes to sleep. If the person goes to sleep, they're stupid. But if they're carrying that much, valuables and all that stuff.
Well, these flights, how long they're going to sleep. They're going to sleep sometime. You know that they're up in the first class cabins. They're going to sleep. I mean, it's just a matter of time. And that person, as soon as they see them go to sleep, this crew goes into stealing this stuff. And I just thought this whole thing was really interesting.
I mean, it's interesting to a point. I mean, obviously there's always people looking to scam somebody, some way, somehow.
Well, how many times have flight attendants had their stuff stolen?
Oh, I've been one of the victims of that. Yeah. Early in my career, I had somebody steal something on the plane. When I'm on the plane, we only had a handful of people on the plane. I know there was a person on the plane that took the item that I had, and there was nothing I could do about it. This is like way pre 9/11, all this stuff, and the person just took it off the plane, and there's nothing I could do to stop them, because I didn't see it. I couldn't tell them, this is. I had my suspicions and all this stuff, but it's crazy. I mean, like I had a
security person in Mexico. Security person in Mexico go up into our overhead bin. Take one of my bags down, started going through my bag. I caught her in the bag. I caught her in it. I went and had their supervisor came up and she gave me some lame excuse like she thought it was another bag. I said, you know what crew bags look like?
Yeah, crew bags are that's super obvious. Yeah.
And you got to make sure they're not putting anything in it.
Yeah, I remember when I first started. This gal, she, how the flight attendants like to put the purses and stuff under the last row seats, stuff like that. Which I think is if you're a flight attendant out there, don't put your purse or any valuables under the seats.
They've taken money out of their wallet, Shawn.
This girl lost her whole paycheck.
Yeah,
her whole paycheck. She had just cashed her check back in the day, and she had a bunch of money in her purse, and they took her wallet, and it was gone. Yeah, she had nothing. It was.
They even take the money out of the wallet, leave the wallet, so they don't think because they see their wallet and they don't know that their money's gone until they actually go to buy something.
I mean, that's why on our, the airline that we work for, we have locked bins now. So like we have a place to actually for the crews to lock our personal valuables up. It's limited space, but if you have like really expensive stuff, you're going to want to put it in that locked bin and lock it, right?
Absolutely.
But, yeah, you got to be smart out there. Don't just be. There's people trying to scam and all this stuff, but
listen, going back to this thing that we just talked about a little while ago. Do not be put off from flying because again, it's 45,000 flights a day, and even though you see a couple things, I get it, but don't let that scare you from going to the airport and getting on an airplane. Like I said, I do it every single day. Shawn will be back at doing it pretty soon. But yeah, don't do that because it's just the media that's blowing all this up. And they always say, "What's going on with the airlines?" Nothing's going on with the airlines. An incident happened. It happens like that, and we start flying again 30 minutes later.
Yeah. So they should be asking like, what's going on with all these videos that we're seeing? Why is it so, why are we doing this? Well, direct to the point. There's cameras everywhere and people taking videos of everything and you're seeing everything now. I mean, dude.
Just get on an airplane.
Right. Get on an airplane.
All right. Destination. Shawn.
No. Wait, we're not doing destination. Did we talk about Chicago?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Chicago, man. That
It was like the Wild West.
crazy shit happening.
Yeah,
there.
I forgot. That is crazy.
They had the brawl in O'Hara. And
right outside the bag. Actually, those doors, we went through those doors before.
Right. Oh,
yeah. Right in between those doors. They started swinging.
Yeah, the double doors, they're just like brawling.
Yeah,
and I don't know what
hands.
I have no idea what the whole issue was, but it was like, you could tell like it was like two, like gangs or something like that. Who knows what it was, but these guys brawled all the way into the airport, rolled out into the streets out there on the lower level there in O'Hara, and nothing but gunfire.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about like pop, pop. It was like pop, 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 pop. You watch the video.
Watch the video.
Google the video. It is crazy. You can see the bullet, in the windows and stuff, the holes and stuff. You're like, I can't believe that somebody else didn't get shot.
How busy Chicago is.
Yeah,
out there waiting for vans and stuff.
It had to have been like in the late at night or something like that. Like there's no way, like during business hours, normal time, like the airport's always active, but during like any time we've been there, it doesn't matter what top or lower level or upper level, you're going to be, there's a lot.
Now that shit was scary.
People. That was scary.
That was scary because you never know. All of a sudden you just hear that pop, pop, pop. You have no idea where it's going. If you're around, if you're in the vicinity, if you're safe.
Right. I mean, what was interesting to me about this too was like, you think you're going to the airport and we're getting screened and all this stuff. Well, so that screening and that protection only is at a certain area in the airport, right? We don't think about baggage claim, and you're down in baggage claim, and there's
if they're picking them up.
Yeah. Somebody's picking them up, or somebody's trying to meet somebody or intercept somebody.
They knew somebody's coming in.
Knew somebody's coming in.
Exactly.
That happens. That's you don't think about that type of stuff, but that does happen, and it's nothing new too. I'll tell you a story, and this is a person that I both know, but this guy's a little kind of off, and he decided that he knew somebody, his ex-wife, they were going through a separation and all this stuff, and his ex-wife and her boyfriend were coming in from a flight, and so this Yahoo decided that he was going to meet the flight there and down a baggage claim. Same problem.
I know where you're going.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, when he meets the flight, like they come rolling down outside of security and everything, and he walks into the baggage claim area with a loaded squirt gun. He has a squirt gun that he had pissed into filled the squirt gun up with piss, and he started squirting the new boyfriend, because they're having this domestic quarrel, whatever, saying, I'm pissing on you. I'm pissing on you, dude. And start squirting him, and like
he is so far left to center, man.
Yeah, but he got arrested there. You can't have even a toy gun in that type of area.
That's like a whole other story, too.
Yeah,
man. I mean that's just. I mean that was a whole other story.
Yeah, but I mean, just to the point here is you think that airport is usually pretty safe area, but just remember, you're not really protected in any screening until you get beyond that screening. So you have to get into the gate areas and all that stuff. And even the gate areas, you're not expecting guns and stuff for sure.
And Shawn just showed you that there's some crazy ass airline people too.
It's not exclusive to just the public.
We'll have another one later. He just triggered another thought we're going to talk about in another podcast, because he'll remember this one, flight attendant with her husband.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's
yeah, that wasn't a good one.
We'll do an episode on just crazy ass employees.
That's going to be a funny one. All right. Tampa is the destination.
Yeah. Tampa's the destination, man. Tampa's a fun city. There's so many things to do there. Tampa's named for the big, they got the sports teams, Tampa Bay Buccaneers there and all that good stuff. But one of the fun, cool places that Gary G and I both we used to hang out at is Ybor City.
Yeah, they revamped that, man. That was bad, and then it was good, and it's kind of like sketchy. But Ybor City is a lot of fun.
Ybor City, it's like this long, there's like continuous, I don't know how many blocks it is, but it's just like long strip of nothing but bars and entertainment and all this stuff. And, there's no cars going down the street, so you can just kind of walk around, see all the, people watch and all that stuff. Ybor City is a cool place to do. But other things cool is the River Walk, it's not that popular in Tampa. Like people don't like realize it's not like a San Antonio Riverwalk, but it's a cool Riverwalk where you can like go down. There's all these really nice exclusive hotels and business buildings along the way, and you can kind of walk around different places. You have a few eating places here and there and stuff, but they built it up. But the Riverwalks is really cool. But the other thing to do in Tampa is Busch Gardens.
Busch Gardens, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a classic, attraction to come to Tampa and go to Busch Gardens.
It's one of those things you got to do.
Yeah, I mean if you like roller coasters and amusement parks, Busch Gardens is just a classic place to go.
This first food one's gonna be funny though.
The food one, man. Hey, food in Tampa. There's food everywhere. I mean, you just like there's so many hundreds and restaurants and stuff there, but we just picked a few that are like kind of like stood out. And the first one we want to talk about is the Naked Farmer.
I don't want to see a naked farmer.
Well, why not, man? There's some hot naked farmers out there.
Are we talking about the same farmer, Shawn?
Yeah. Well, yeah. These gals are.
No, we're not. Oh, okay.
These gals are kind of hot.
Naked farmer's wife or naked female farmer? So you didn't say.
Farmer is a farmer. It's not gendered.
It's not a farmer.
No, a farmer. You're thinking like farmers are only men. Farmers can be women too.
All right. Well, then I changed what I said. Then
a naked farmer is a naked farmer.
All right, I'm going to the naked farmer. Then go ahead.
And whichever side you want to, visualize naked, do that.
That's your choice. We have choices.
Your choice. We there's no shame. We don't care.
That'd be funny though. You're sitting there telling somebody, "Where are you going?" I'm going to the naked farmer.
Yeah, the Naked Farmer. Naked Farmer downtown Tampa is like known for their harvest plates and all these salads and stuff. It's like super healthy choices and stuff. That's all downtown Tampa. The other place that was really kind of a hot place is called the Flan Factory.
Flan,
the flan. Like that Mexican flan.
Not like a fan, but a flan.
No, flan. Flan like the Mexico dessert.
I do.
Flan, right. So the Flan Factory, which they have that there, but their famous thing is their Cuban sandwiches.
I freaking love Cuban sandwiches.
Yeah, the Cuban sandwiches is supposed to be crazy off the hook there in the Flan Factory. But the food in Tampa, there's just so much stuff there to go to. And like we were just talking about one of the historical places we went to in Ybor City that's not there anymore, but new places all the time. But, you're not going to be lost at getting good food in Tampa. But anyways, so what do you got to do for the quote today?
I'm just going to tell people again, do not stay away from the airlines, folks. Do not. No matter how many of these things that you see on the news, don't stay away from.
Yeah, don't be scared to fly. This is the safest way to travel, period. I mean, we've talked about this before. We're kicking tires, checking everything. Once,
get your
twice,
butt back
30
on a
people.
plane.
Yeah, get out there and do it.
Yep. Okay, here's a quote. You don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, guys, man, it was a lot of fun this week. You guys have a great week. Can't wait to see you next week.
Yeah, great week, man. Cabin Pressure. We're going to see you.
See you guys
later.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Cabin Pressure with Shawn and G. We would like to ask any flight attendant that has crazy crew stories to contact us with your story so we can talk about it on Cabin Pressure. And if you'd like to be a guest on Cabin Pressure, email us at cpwithsg@gmail.com.